I s- There he is.
What's up, big guy?
What's up, brother? How are you? Nice to see you. How do
What's up, man?
You know, causing trouble as usual. I like to stir things up, as you probably maybe seeing some of my posts. Oh, he's got the cigar. You're gonna smoke me, huh? All right. What do you got for me?
No, man. Listen, if I got to take a break from my baby, I'm gonna be outside and relax a little bit.
Nothing wrong with that, brother. Nothing wrong with that. But all right. I don't have too much time, so let's just jump into it. Are you suggesting to me that if I'm born with a penis, I'm not necessarily a man?
No. So what I'm suggesting is that you were saying that you have to identify as something singular.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did. You were saying in one of your posts, you said that okay, if I'm born with a certain biology, that means I have to identify as X. So what I'm saying is there's a concept of
Yeah.
the signifier and the signified, right?
Okay.
You saw that from earlier.
Yeah.
So in other words, and you strike me as an anarchist, so I feel like if anybody would love this thought, I think you would.
Okay, try me.
All this language that we have is stuff that the man has given us for so
hey, you
let's
said
actually
the man. Wait, you just said the man. Are you suggesting that the government is masculine?
No, I'm using the man in the colloquial sense that everybody.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot. This has to be funny also.
Yeah, right. Of course, I gotta be stupid always. But what? Like I said, I just simple as this. I don't think you have to. Like, if you're born with a dick, I don't think you have to identify as a man. But I think you'd be dishonest if you were to identify as something else. You can do whatever you want. It just doesn't mean that it's necessarily true in physical 3D reality.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's if you don't acknowledge that there's a difference between sex and gender. So gender is
when did this occur?
When did this occur?
Yeah.
It's actually something that we labeled as Western society. It's not something that really exists in other societies. It's
so we
actually
just made it up.
Well, yeah, it's called the study of ontology.
So it's
exactly, it is. Language is make believe in general.
Well, no, because language exists. Language is something that we can use to discern with one another about ideas and stuff. It doesn't.
But there's nothing natural about language.
There isn't?
No. What's natural about language? It's something that people created.
Right. Therefore, it's natural. Natural just means. I mean, everything's natural. Name something that's not natural.
But the second that we name something, it's from that point forward imbricated with society.
What does imbricated mean?
In other words, it's built in everything that society understands from before that point. So if I go and name something,
right.
it's given all of the baggage that society has had for millennia.
Okay.
Right. So that's the same thing with gender and sexuality.
Okay. Let me ask you this, which is on the same topic. But do you consider me a bigot for attacking the LGBT? Because I try to clarify this over and over again to people, because people just want to rail on me and tell me I'm no good and I'm a lowlife, I'm a scumbag, simply because all I'm trying to convey is that we shouldn't use government violence to force people to do things a certain way, which is the whole reason I've been attacking them. I have no problem with gay people or transgender people. God bless them. I don't care. Tell you the truth, every gay person I've ever met was fucking hilarious, and I thought they were great. So.
I don't think you're a bigot for thinking that way at all, and I don't think so. Nobody should have anybody else's ideas forced upon them. So I think you're right there, and that's why I think the fact that you're an anarchist, I agree with you 100%. I mean, I'm more of a nihilist myself.
You've come to the dark side. You've come to the dark side. You're an anarchist.
Oh, I've always been a nihilist.
Oh, well, an anarchist and a nihilist aren't necessarily the same things, though,
No, they're a little bit similar. I mean, you believe that there should be no government and nothing really controlling us. I believe that nothing is really anything.
Okay, that's one way to look at it, sure. My whole thing is simple as this. I just think people should be able to choose for themselves what they should be able to do without the idea of being violently caged and kidnapped for doing so. And most people think I'm crazy for thinking that. And they want to use all these weird, vague terms to describe what's going on, but... let's be honest. As far as I'm concerned, we're just fucking slaves,
In that case, we agree.
Yeah.
So a nihilist, John, just to answer your question, is somebody that believes everything is nothing. Nietzsche was the first nihilist, really the first labeled nihilist. And, you know, he's famous for saying God is dead because we killed him.
Right. His mustache was something though.
He was an awesome guy. He was an absolutely awesome guy. No, but I think so. What you just said right there, Justin, is I think we agree with each other more than anything. Who needs to be labeled for anything?
Yeah, that's fine. My whole idea though is that they're trying to use the government to force us to speak the way that they want. I have a big problem with that. I'm going to keep making fun of them until they stop that. You know, again, it's anybody that goes after the First or Second Amendment. I'm going to destroy them. I'm going to destroy them with jokes, peacefully, but I will destroy them single-handedly if I have to. I take that stuff very seriously.
Yeah, I mean, it's a concept called reverse discourse. So when there's been oppression for so many years, which there has been against the gay community, women, any.
Well, I mean, I agree with you, but I think there's been oppression against all of humanity, not just gay people. I mean,
except for white male privilege.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I mean, humanity couldn't even really read the subject class up until like 150 years ago, maybe 200 years ago. We weren't even allowed to read. So I agree with you that gay people have it worse than your standard white male, but I look at all of humanity as being oppressed, not just this group here or that group there. I just think most people don't see through the bullshit, and that's why I've been stirring things up.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And I think one thing to acknowledge, and it was a question that you asked in one of your early videos, is that if you want to identify as something specific, society asks us to identify as things that are specific. I think that's what you were kind of uncomfortable with. That the LGBT community asks, like, say I'm a man and I want to identify as a woman today.
No, hey, listen, if you want to do that, by all means, I have no problem. My problem is people wanting to get the government involved to force me to go along with that. Again, I mean, I might think it's silly or something like that, but hey, that's your belief. God bless you. I don't care. It's when you try to use government violence to force me to do something is where I have a problem. I'm going to start making fun of you about that, you know? So just to clarify that, you know, God bless gays and trans people. I have no problem with them. It's the idea that they're using government to attack the First Amendment is my big problem.
Well, wait, what do they force you to do?
They're attempting to pass legislation in order to hinder the First Amendment to use certain pronouns that they want. And that's the thing. If they want me to use those pronouns, I have no problem with that. It's getting the government involved and forcing me to do it is where I have a problem. You understand?
Yeah, I'm not aware of that legislation, so maybe I'm naive to that.
Oh, Jordan Peterson basically made his career about this. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's the problem. Like, I don't, you know, like I never started attacking them until recently, until I found out about that. You know, it's any group. I don't care what group it is. You could be fucking mafia hitman. I'll just make fun of you right to your face. I don't care. You know, people are fucking dumb.
Wait, who said is this the Italian mafia rebellion? Can you tell him?
I didn't say.
I
get rid of the comments. It's too distracting. I don't know what it is, but hey, you're not even Italian, are you? You just look at.
I am Italian. Ferrara, man. I'm Italian, of course. I'm a pizza bagel. I'm Italian Israeli.
Oh, okay, right. You got the best of both worlds. You're like Jay-Z and R. Kelly.
Exactly. That's where everybody here is going to go. Oh, this guy's a Jew also.
Yeah. Just don't pee on me. You know.
I got you.
It's getting
pee on you.
You know. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man. I don't know. So, I mean, what I wanted to talk to you about a little bit was just about, I mean, the idea of the signifier and the signified. Technically, you can call yourself whatever you want. There's nothing natural about it. It's the study of ontology. It's how we know what we know. So if we acknowledge one thing, that there's been evolution and that people have started language and then created these languages that have then labeled people, with language has come bifurcation, meaning there's one and then the other, black, white, gay, straight, male, female. And that's just something that society has imprinted into it. This movement right now is that the LGBT community is trying to make a spectrum of identity because when there's a spectrum, there's no longer oppression.
Right. Well, like I personally stopped identifying as a human being a long time ago. That's what the whole Team Thanos thing is about. Like, I
think you're 100% right about that.
Yeah, sure. The difference is I'm not trying to get the government to force my views on other people. Although if I am able to rain down Thanos, I might have him do the same, but I'm not so sure that's going to go. So, you know, but that's the problem. You believe whatever you want. I don't give a shit, you know, like, you know, don't matter to me. It's getting the government involved in anything. That's why I'm attacking them. And so, like I said, it doesn't matter what group it is. If the Republicans were trying to do that, I would attack them too. But it's not them, you know.
So then we're okay with somebody identifying as whatever the hell they want in the morning?
Absolutely, as long as they don't try to force me at gunpoint to say, you know, to go along with it. I don't care. Like, why would I give a shit? And listen, anybody who cares about stuff like that has not done any type of self-work and just really should probably do something. I don't give a shit. You know, why would I care? It's the government's involvement that I have a problem with. Like I said, I've only been attacking the LGBT simply because they're trying to actually force the government upon you. And then, and the whole idea of that is then once the government gets that ability, oh, like your free speech is no longer free speech. Now we can, we can just like put this in this category or oh, this vague term here and start locking people up, which is exactly how social engineers always work. And they work through groups like this that it's very hard to attack. Are you familiar with the women's civil rights movement in the 1960s?
Of course.
Okay, are you aware that the Rockefeller Foundation actually funded that whole operation, propped it up? What they did is they got all these women like, you can do whatever men can do and all that type of stuff, which is totally fine. But they got the women all revved up. They funded these things. They sent all the women off to work because they were all like, we can do what men can do too. And then once all the women were at work, they just raised all the taxes. So now women were forced to go to work. And then that split up the family at like a young age, and that's how it goes. So that's the problem. Is a lot of people that see me attacking the LGBT probably just think, oh, he's just a dick or something like that. Where it goes a lot deeper than that. That's why I'm doing it, just to clarify that.
Well, so I'll play devil's advocate here for a second. So what if the women's movement had not occurred, regardless of who engineered it?
Then it wouldn't be an example that I would use.
Right, but then there would still be the oppression there. I'm first of all, I'm not certain. I'm not certain. I mean, I guess there's
oppression by who?
You might cite some empirical evidence on the Rothschilds having engineered this. I don't know. Is that public knowledge?
Absolutely. Check out Alan Russo. He actually ran for a president, I believe, in 2004. It was. He actually was the creator of the woman's bikini bottom, so you can trust that guy. But he was like a club owner and everything, and it's videos on the internet about it. But yeah, if you want, I can send you some links on that. But like I said, it's much less about what anybody wants to do. It's just the idea that they want to bring the government in and force you at gunpoint, which I have a big problem with.
Well, so don't you think the government enforces laws where there is the bifurcation in gender and identity? Aren't they already?
Sorry, something. What were you saying? You there, bro? Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah. I said, don't you think that the government already enforces gender bifurcation rules?
What do you mean, like the bathroom thing?
Bathroom, identifying as something on your legal documents.
Well, I mean, they probably legal documents anyway. They can go. What that writing on paper is meaningless to me. The same way laws are meaningless. It's just some group of rich old white men that I've never met write stuff down on paper, and then everybody just follows along and just like gets all weird about it. Like, we got to do this when everybody knows politicians are corrupt, but everyone goes along with them anyway because people are stupid.
So really, the question isn't actually the cause. It's really the fact of any government intervention at all.
Yes, I have no problem with any gay or transgender person. I have a problem with them trying to force their will on me using government violence. And that goes for anybody doing that. The difference is that the LGBT has been hammering at the First Amendment, and the liberals have been hammering at the Second Amendment for a while now. And that's why you see me attack them more than the Republicans. The Republicans are just up to their usual racist, blow everyone up that doesn't look like us as usual. The liberals are attacking the.
Do you think there's a spectrum of liberals and a spectrum of LGBT, or is it just everybody falls under those umbrella categories and they're all part of that?
I mean, not everyone, obviously, but I mean, to me, generalizing is fine. Obviously, like, not every Republican is racist, but many of them are. Would you not agree?
No, I don't. I mean, I'm a straight male liberal who has guns and dates a woman. I mean, I'm married and has a kid.
Right.
Maybe excellent. I'm an oxymoron.
I'm glad you people are still out there. It's nice to know because some of these people are fucking nuts. But,
I mean, all I'm about is human rights, not about pushing anything on anybody. I think that's what most liberals are probably about, just not all these far left people or far right people.
Problem, my friend. Here's the problem with liberals. Like I said this on one of the interviews that I did. Liberals generally, I consider, are better people than Republicans. Like I honestly believe that. Like, they care more about other people. The problem is they don't understand their own insanity. They think they want more government, which is the problem. Government is the problem of everything. That's where I can actually boil back every problem on earth to government. Probably problems off the planet too. But it's the government that's the problem. Liberals want more government, which is why I attack them more. Republicans are generally just racists. Generally.
Do you think that they want more government, or they just want more social equality, and the government seems like the only means to do that? Or some sort of government?
How are they going to get it? I mean, yeah, sure, but how are they going to get it done? By government. What's government? Gun violence. That's it. That's all it actually is. You know?
Right. So the possibilities for any type of social equality are either socialism or total anarchy, and you kind of just you get what you kill, right?
Well, my whole political stance is I just think people are stupid. That's my whole thing. You know, that's my political you know, like pitch, I guess you could say. And I think everybody should probably start getting smarter and turn off the sports, you know, and pay attention to things that matter. That's kind of my whole thing. I don't think there is a political solution. I think it's a spiritual problem. And I think if people start working on themselves more and stop paying attention to stupid bullshit, we could do something here. And that's a very controversial opinion, most people would say. So, yeah.
Listen, I would have to say that we probably agree on almost all of our ideals. We just think that there are different means to arrive at them.
Well, sure. What are your means? What do you think?
I mean, my means are just the same way that you think, is just the educating people. But I do think that since people are by and large not educated and not smart,
I think they're indoctrinated is what it is. It's just the idea, like you know, it's very simple to prove someone who believes in government wrong. Every problem stems from government. It's the idea, like none of us own our homes. You know, if you run out of money, I'm sorry, if you don't pay your property tax, they'll come and take your home. So nobody really owns anything if you're being honest with yourself. Most people aren't being honest with themselves, and they want to use some kind of vague euphemism and justifications as to, well, why they need it for this or whatever. It's like, you're a fucking liar. You're just wuss. That's all it is.
Yeah, but we do need some sort of a governing body to instill some sort of social justice and equality in people. Otherwise, it is just a free-for-all.
Well, I'm not opposed to hierarchy or anything like that, because hierarchies exist in natures. Governments do not. The Indians had hierarchies. Animal Kingdom has hierarchies. The difference between what Indians, like the American Indians had, and what we have is that the American Indians, they had a chief, but he didn't have rights that the other Indians did not have. That's what government is. Like, for example, like if they do something corrupt, they investigate themselves. Doesn't that sound mildly unfair?
Yeah, I agree. The Indians also, just so you know, have people who are called, I think it's called dual spirit people. Those are people who are actually perform both genders, or more than one gender at the same time.
I don't think all of them did. I think some of them may have. I have heard about that. But at the same time, too, I don't think they like really try to enforce that on other people. Like, you better call me, you know? That's the thing. I don't care what anyone does. It's the idea of getting the government to force me to go along with things that it's not even my business. I don't care what you fucking do in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? It's not my business unless I'm in there with you. But, you know, who cares?
Who are you in there with?
You see what?
Does it not matter?
It's easy to label someone a bigot. I'm not saying that you did that, but I'm sorry?
No, I said, who are you in there with? You said if you're in the bedroom. Oh, it keeps on breaking up.
I was just in there with myself briefly.
I bet the government's doing this right now. Is that why it took you so long to get in here?
I can't. It's possible.
Oh,
yeah. I was stroking myself quick, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm breaking up here like crazy. I mean,
I can see you again, but yeah. So just in a nutshell, just to clarify that, I'll just make fun of and attack any group of people that are coming after the First and Second Amendment. That's what it is. I don't give a shit what we do. It's meaningless to me. You can go fuck like a turtle for all I care. I don't give a shit, you know.
So so what are we doing if somebody does request to be identified in a certain way and we just don't respect it? If somebody requests to be identified by a
say that again. You broke up. And what was that?
What the hell? Is it me or is it you?
You're breaking up. What was that? Yeah, I can't really hear you, brother. All right, I guess I'll just call it a night then or whatever. But hey, Jay, great talking to you, and hopefully we can do this again. Feel free to always jump in when I do this. So thank you.